Yo, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I got a tutorial. So a couple of my friends have been asking me, how do I do my designs on Blender? Like, how do I do the gemstones and make them look so nice and detailed? So I decided that I'm gonna make a tutorial for you guys, and this video is gonna show you exactly how I make my designs. My voice may be a little, forgive me with the voice quality, but just try to pay attention to it. It's super easy. Anybody can do it. As soon as you open up Blender, just follow my tutorial. Anybody can do it. It's super easy and super fun to do, especially when you find out how to design things and create things. But this tutorial is going to be super simple. It's going to be how I design my gemstones. Here's a couple gemstones for you to check out and see what I'm talking about right here. First thing you're going to do, obviously, first thing when you get into Blender, just delete everything. We're going to delete all of this. We're not going to need the camera, none of the lighting or anything. First thing you're going to do is go up to add. Then you're going to go to mesh. Then you're going to go to plane. You're going to press S to scale up. You're going to make it a pretty big scale. It doesn't have to be too crazy. What I like to do too, there's more stuff, but this is just basic. Actually, I'll just leave it like that. That should be fine. So just have a plane, scale it up just like this. Then you're going to add a mesh. You're going to add cube. You're going to go up, press G to grab it, Z to go up. And it's going to lock onto this line right here. And then boom, you click it. I'll leave it there. We'll zoom in, scale in a little bit. So next thing we're going to do is add one more mesh. It's going to be another plane. We're going to press G, Z. It's going to go up, and that's going to be pretty much it for this screen. Easy peasy. Next thing we're going to do is set up our render. So what we're going to do is go to this little icon right here up at the corner, boom, and it's going to change to this scene. It's going to be really gray, and the reason that it's gray is because there's no lighting in the scene right now. So we're going to go right over here to this icon right here, world properties. Then we're going to turn this all the way to black. Now it's really dark. You're not going to see anything. So the best way for us to get lighting into this scene right here is to click the top plane that we had, and we're going to go to view, go down to area. Then you're going to go to vertical split. As soon as you click vertical split, this line will pop up. You pretty much put it anywhere you want. Then we're going to go to the top and then go to shade editor. So the shade editor, quickly just to explain what the shade editor is, all it is a couple of squares that interact with the object that you have clicked or highlighted. Easy peasy. So we're going to go, in order for this to be activated and for you to even mess with this screen, you're going to have to go to this little icon right here down at the bottom and press new. So now you're going to see this pop up. These are the properties for pretty much that square right there. And what we're going to do is delete this, Shift A, go down to textures. Now we're going to go to shaders and go to emission. Boom. So now we have an emission node. We're going to connect this emission node, super simple, to the plane that we have on top. So we're going to go GZ. And so right now you're going to see nothing. It's like if the emission doesn't work. All you have to do to fix that is go right over here to these properties, and we're going to take it off of Eevee. Eevee is a whole different type of system. I don't know how that works. It's just a different type of viewing. But we're going to go to cycles. So see, you see, as you see, as soon as I click cycles, it's gonna go to this right here, and then you'll be able to see the glow, but it materializes. So it's gonna take some time. I don't do most of my editing in this form. I actually just go back to here and edit in here. So since we're back to this scene right here, all that I do for most of my designs are super simple and anyone can do it. It's super easy. All I do is go right here. I haven't set up a camera or anything like that yet. So I either press Y. Y is a pretty good access, but I'll press that in a minute. Right now what we're going to do is go to edit mode, and then we're going to go to faces up here right at the top, faces. Then we're going to go to insert faces. Now we're going to go to bevel. So as soon as you go to bevel, grab this little icon right there and take it about halfway. Boom. Then we're going to do one more bevel, and then make sure that these triangles right here try not to intersect, because then you'll start to get a little bit of a weird effect. So in the beginning we're going to just leave it like this, and then I'm going to bevel it one more time. You see how that triangle has not appeared yet, and it hasn't affected the scene? So as soon as I have this, what I like to do is go to the front face mode and go right over here to insert faces. So from here I affect it. So this is where it kind of becomes random, and you could take any type of design you want and any type of direction you want when it comes to the design. So what I do is I get something a little bit like this, then I bevel it again, and then it comes out a little something like that. Bevel it again. Oh, I mean, I'm not beveling, I'm actually inserting. And then insert again. Then I insert again. And you see, you start to get all these crazy nice designs. Boom, insert again. And I just keep inserting until I see that I really like something that I really like. If it's a really good design, something intricate and really detailed, I'll keep it. So I'll probably bevel it one more time. That looks nice. So now you'll see that you have this crazy intricately detailed sphere, and then it's a nice object. So what you're gonna see is when we go back to cycles mode, let's go back on over here real quick. Let me slide this to the side. You're gonna see this really nice detailed situation. I'm gonna go to objects. Go back to object mode up here at this corner if you want to see it like this without the lines. So we're gonna grab that and turn the emission strength up on this cube a little higher, so it's a little brighter. Perfect. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna modify the ground first, because I like to modify the ground and make sure it looks really nice. So we're gonna go to add new for this separate mesh as well. Since it's a separate mesh, it's gonna have to be added a new one. And then we're gonna delete that property as well and press Shift A. We're gonna go up to the shader, and we're gonna go all the way up to anisotropic. Anisotropic. I'm not able to pronounce that word. We're gonna go right up to here, and we're gonna move that right on into the shader view. Then we're gonna go to add that to surfaces. So that gives it a nice reflective surface. I like this surface compared to other surfaces. And it just looks a lot nicer. We're gonna change this color. I'm gonna change it to something more peaceful, nice and green, like a greener texture. I like this tealness to it. So now that we got the base set really nicely, we're gonna mess around with this object. So the way that I do this, and I make this transparent and looks like a gemstone and really intricate and detailed, is I go here and press new. And then I delete that again. I press a Shift A. And we're going to go all the way up to emissions. Add emissions in there. Then we're going to go Shift A one more time. And we're going to add in a glass. So with these, all we're going to do is attach the glass to the top surface. you can already see in the rendering mode, it looks like glass already. Then we're going to add emissions to the volume. So the emission is really really sensitive. So I like to put it all the way down to like 1.3. That's a little too much for me. Still, I'll put it to, I mean, not 1 point. It's going to be 0.2. If it allows me to get it down there, perfect. Or 0.1 is okay too. So when it comes to this emission, since I have it in the volume, it's actually creating a glow inside of the object. So I'm going to go back up to glass, and it's a little too shiny for me, a little too reflective. So I'm going to up the roughness right here. I'm going to up the roughness to about 0.215, easy. So what I like to do is I like to try to find a good color to where the glass has its own color and the emission still has its own color, but it's a similar color. Like it's, if you understand what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go for a bit of a green, or I'll go for purple, a purple emission. And you can see it's like, if you want to turn it up, boom, you can turn it up a little bit more, and that's going to glow purple. But you can see the glass on the top doesn't have any color, so we can actually add a color to that as well separately. And this is what I mean when I say I like to come up with an emission that works well with the surface. So we're gonna go. I kind of like that. I like how that is, because you got that blue right there, and then you have a bit of a purple emission with it. So I kind of like that. I'm turning the emission up to about 4 points, and that's looking pretty good. That's looking like an okay gemstone. So that's not all we do. All that we have to do at this point is go to this mode right here, back over here, press Y, then we're gonna go add camera. Then we're gonna grab the camera, pressing G and Z. We're gonna go up. Then it seems like the camera is right in the middle, so we're gonna go G, grab, and press Y to bring it back. So the best way to get back into camera mode easily is pressing 0, and you can still move it while you're in camera mode. So I'm gonna press Z and go put it up into the center. And what I like to do too is put it into more of a TikTok mode. So in order to change this camera size, all that you have to do is go right over here to the print properties, and I like to put 3000 right here, and it turns it into a nice square, easy peasy. So, and also another good trick is if you press right and go to camera lens, you could change the angle of the camera lens. Like if you have something huge, you can put it down to 20 and it will look small, or you could like zoom into it or whatever. But I like to just leave it as what it is, so I'm just gonna press edit, undo. So now that we have that, we're gonna hop back into this mode right here. And I don't like to have this light showing, so I'm gonna just press grab it, press Z, and have that scale up a little bit. And now we have a glowing gemstone. So what I do now is simple. I just press scale, and scale it down a little bit, G, Z, to grab it, to take it down, and then I'm gonna duplicate it. By pressing Shift D, we'll duplicate the object. I'm gonna go press Z to make sure it goes up. And when I have two of these objects, what I like to do is I like to mess with them a little bit. So I'm gonna go right here to rotate, and I'll rotate it this way, and I'll rotate this one this way, just so they're like different dynamics, you know, different angles. And I kind of don't like the grounding. I don't like the green, so I'm going to change that to a bluer color, a lighter blue color, because and I'm going to scale it up a little more too. There you go. So pretty much we have two nice gemstones right here, easy peasy. And this is how I pretty much do most of my work. So since you have it like this, all that you have to do now, press 0, make sure it's nice. Okay, so now you have to do is go to render. And I like to render these in images. I don't do videos because it takes a lot longer to render them into videos. So I just, for now, for my portfolio, I just render in images. So we're gonna go to render and render image. Easy peasy. So now I'm gonna just let this render. Since it's glass, it takes a little bit longer to render. But that's pretty much the tutorial, and that's pretty much how I make most of my work and most of my gemstones. If you got any comments or any questions on any other questions on how else I do anything, just leave it down below in the comments, and when this renders I will show you guys the final render. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's not too difficult. If you need any help, just message me. I'll be making a lot more videos on how I do a lot of my artwork. So yeah, just like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. I'm gonna have some good videos coming out soon. So but see you guys later. Peace.